Hey, good morning, and thanks for coming back to the channel again. Today, by the way, is National Vietnam Veterans Day, Recognition Day. So I'm rocking my stuff all day today. Uh, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this video, but uh, I'm really tired. I'm really tired of the Second Amendment community, the pro-gun people, misusing the language of the Second Amendment. For example, we focus too much on guns. It's not about guns, it's about arms. And the person during Blackstone, I guess his name, back when the Constitution was being written, was the guy who wrote the book of the language, the English language, the meaning of words, and that was the meaning of words that were used to write the Constitution. And arms meant anything that could be used offensively or defensively, in defense of the person or in combat. In defense of the person or in combat. Offensively or defensively. It didn't matter what it was. Used by the individual, used by the person. So anything is an arm. Now, outside the U.S., there is this bizarre thing about offensive weapons, which cuts off the legs of the arms definition as intended in the U.S. Constitution, Second Amendment. We are the only country in the world that says to its government, yes, we the citizens confer on you, the government, the use of force to enforce laws that we write, right? So yes, we confer to government the authority to use force against citizens in the enforcement of law. In the enforcement of law. We reserve the right for the same use of force, deadly force, to citizens individually, in their own defense, and, if necessary, defense against a tyrannical government. And yes, that means that if it gets that bad, we have a revolution, not a civil war, we're a revolution. We went through that. We kicked out King George, and we'll do it again if that's necessary. But the point is, we in this community need to stop mealy-mouthing about what the Second Amendment protects for us from government. It protects the right to keep and bear arms. A gun is just another arm. Now, let's talk about this. It makes me crazy. Well, a gun is a tool. That's bullshit. Bullshit. A gun is not a tool. A gun is a weapon. A weapon. Now, all tools are also weapons. All tools are also weapons. But not all weapons are tools, because not all weapons were designed to do anything but deliver deadly force against another human. So let me make that clear. A gun, whatever type that we carry, was never a tool. Never a tool. It was always a weapon intended to be used to kill another person. We shouldn't be ashamed to say that, right? Because we have the right individually under the Second Amendment to keep and bear arms. What is an arm? It is something that can be used offensively or defensively using deadly force, right? So a gun is not a tool. A gun is a weapon. It is a weapon designed first to go and kill an enemy, right? Some bladed tools can also be used as weapons, because some bladed tools were used to help do tasks, like chop down a tree. Chimpanzees use rocks to open certain nuts and things. But if you've seen some of the movies I've seen, they use the rocks to bash other chimpanzees and kill them, to commit murder, to kill other chimpanzees. So that rock is a tool, but it's also a weapon. We shouldn't be ashamed of that. We shouldn't be ashamed of that. There are those who say that we shouldn't have to live in a place where people carry guns. Well, then move somewhere else, because we have the right to do that. Well, I have the right to feel safe. Bullshit. You don't have the right to feel anything. You don't have the right to feel anything, right? You don't even have the right to be safe. You don't have a right to be safe, right? If you want to be safe, then it's your responsibility, individually first, and then collectively, to have a government that will provide structure to keep you safe. But at the end of the day, you are responsible. You're always your own first responder. You hear that a lot. But let me come back to this notion of violence. America was born in fire. America was born out of violence. That's how we got our freedom. Our freedom was not granted to us. And we almost didn't get it. It was that close. We earned our freedom as a country, by the use of violence against a tyrannical king, and, let's not sugarcoat it, against other colonists who were loyal to the king. We killed them too. Because they were killing us. Right? We have a right to use violence independently. There are cultures in the world that do not understand the American sense of individual freedom. There are countries in the world who see that as an aberration, that the collective, the common good, should supersede the individual need. That is not America. America is not designed, nor should it be, to operate for the common good. Individuals can decide they wish to do that, but we don't operate for the common good. We operate under individual freedoms, which, when come together under law, provide that. Let me come back to this conversation that we avoid having. America is and has been born as a violent country. We deliver violence to the world. We are the only country in the world that has nuked another country not once but twice. Let's not forget that. Right? We confer on individuals the right to keep and bear arms. What are they again? They are anything that can be used for offensive or defensive delivery of deadly force, individually. So some people say, well, I shouldn't have to live somewhere where I see someone carry a gun or I see someone with a knife on them. Go somewhere else. And we need to stop talking about weapons that are 100% weapons. Stop talking about them as tools, because they're not. This is not a tool. This is a weapon. and it's designed to do one thing and one thing only, right? To kill whatever's in front of it. That is the message that we need to carry. We need to ingrain that in our heads, because if we don't, the framework will be removed from us. Now, that's my morning rant. But I thought it was important. We need to stop. We need to say the language that we mean, and we need to mean what we say. So, if you like the content, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share to the degree that you feel this is shareable. And as always, whenever you can, wherever you can, however you can, carry on.